it's Neets with your pink moon reading. This is for Gemini. The pink moon is on the 29th of March. It's an Aries energy this time. So it's time for a bold and a fiery reset, encouraging you to reclaim your will, voice and passion and to step into your drive. So it's a very powerful pink moon. It's extremely driven. I think the energy it's a driven energy. It's the only way I can describe it. I'm starting to feel it, and it's only Wednesday. I mean, we're getting that build-up of energy, and I've got a lot more energy than usual, and I'm starting to feel like the projects that I'm doing, I'm starting to get up and I'm getting on with them now, which is something that I haven't felt like in the last sort of week or so for various reasons. So the energy is kicking in. So this is for Gemini. Before we start, this is my new channel. It's a baby channel, so let's help by subscribing, sharing and liking. That would really help. If you want a personal reading, the link is in the description. There is an opportunity for that for you, personal video reading. If you want to listen to some free healing music, it's electronic music that will help you to feel good and align your chakras. There is a link to that in the description also. It's completely free. You can subscribe to the music channel if you like. I've got a new song on the way, and it should be out in the next couple of months, I would think. So that is on its way. Okay, let's go for Gemini. So we've got the Seven of Wands, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Eight of Swords, the Three of Wands and the Queen of Discs. The Seven of Wands, I feel with this card that you are actually putting a lot of emotional baggage to rest. I feel that you're finally putting some emotional baggage to rest with this card. I tend to read intuitively, by the way, so it won't always be the traditional meaning of the cards. I go with the pictures, I go with what my guides give me, okay? I'm a very intuitive reader, so go with what the energy gives me. I go with the energy, okay? Seven of Wands. There have been a lot of obstacles in your life, I think, and some of them are self-created, I have to say, and some of them are emotional obstacles, and they stop you from going forwards. You've got a lot of emotions to work through, a lot of emotional things to work through, a lot of emotional, I don't know, I won't say obstacles, but maybe it's kind of baggage or, you know, experiences that have made you feel hurt or made you feel not great. And I do feel that you've got things to work through, but you are starting to put a lot of these things to rest now. I really do feel that. And you're going to feel a lot better for it, and it's not before time, okay? So keep working on that, Gemini, because I do think you need to build your own resilience up, if that makes sense. You need to build your own resilience up and your own self-confidence, okay? King of Swords, you may feel that certain potential partners have been in and out of your life. They haven't really stuck around. They're in and out, in and out. They haven't given you the commitment that you want, and you can't really see where this is going. It's like you just keep repeating the same pattern. I think that's something to do with your own emotional state, your own lack of self-confidence, your own lack of sort of self-worth, maybe. Maybe it's partially to do with that. And you're giving off a vibe of maybe that you're not feeling too strong. So you're attracting people who aren't very strong either, maybe. So when you work on yourself and you build up your own strength and resilience, you'll find somebody who is a bit more resilient and strong themselves, and they can give what you want them to give. Okay? It's weird how it works out. It's very strange. And what's strange about it is that when we aren't, it's like, even though you're not feeling very strong about yourself emotionally, or maybe you don't love yourself quite enough sometimes, you might be actually the one who gives the most and commits the most, but the other person doesn't. Lack of strength and lack of resilience, it kind of manifests itself in different ways in different people. So just because you're willing to give more doesn't mean that you're stronger, if that makes sense. Your lack of strength and lack of resilience comes in a different way. It disguises itself in a different way. It presents itself in a different way. Okay, so Just because your strength's showing one way and not in how the other person presented, it doesn't mean that you're stronger. It just means that yours is in a different way. So you can't compare yourselves in that way, if that makes sense. Does it make sense? Oh, I hope so. I know what I mean. I'm trying to explain it in the best way. It won't be an exact mirror image, but you'll find that you've got similarities in different ways. It's never an exact mirror image. Okay. So basically, build up your strength and you will find a person who is strong enough to be able to commit to you. The Eight of Swords, you can't really see where things are going at the moment. You feel a bit trapped. That's okay. That's okay. It gives you time to think about you, because the universe will only provide someone for you when you are ready. And you obviously aren't quite ready yet. You obviously aren't quite ready yet. So, you know, nothing will ever not turn up if you are ready. You've got to accept that you're probably not quite ready yet. Okay. The Three of Wands shows you starting new things, starting new adventures, new projects, and that's when you start to blossom and bloom. That may increase your confidence. You may be sort of going on to new jobs. You may be going on to new employment. You may be going traveling, actually. I don't know if you're looking at holidays as well. You might be looking at holidays. You might be looking at earning more money as well. We've got the Queen of Discs, okay? So you could be earning more money, could be a better job or promotion, but it looks like things are moving forwards for you in a good way, certainly towards the summer months. I think I said before, June, July time looks good. Or even August, September. But, you know, it's the hotter months, so it's coming. It's definitely coming. I do feel the latter part of the year, the summer months, the later summer months are going to be better for you. And I do feel that that's when you potentially could meet somebody else. I'm torn between decks, actually. I'm going to try 2 or 3 cards from this deck for Gemini. Gemini, what's happening? What's happening with Gemini? What's happening with Gemini? Ooh, the Devil. Ooh, didn't see that coming. The Devil. I think the Devil is not a person that's around you. I think the Devil is it's your own demons. It's your own addictions or your own demons, your own issues, your own addictions to your own emotions sometimes. You know, maybe you're addicted to the same patterns of behaviour. It could be substances, but it might not be. It could be just the same patterns of behaviour. That's the biggest thing I get with this. I think you need to separate yourself from those patterns of behaviour. You need to think differently. It comes from deep-rooted places, and you have to start deep. You have to go to those deep places and think, where did this all come from? Why do I think like I think? Why do I not care about myself too much? Why do I not love myself as much as I should? Where does that stem from? You know, look into your past. Look into how you were brought up. Look into how you were treated. Look at your parental values. Look at what happened with your parents. Look at, you know, it's all relevant. You don't have to blame them, but you can. They're sort of they did their best. You know, you're not blaming them. But look at how that affected you. Did it affect your sense of worth? Did it affect your self-love? These are the things we have to look at to heal. These are the things we have to look at to heal the wounds. And then when you understand that, you kind of think, right, now it's time to close that wound. It's time to stitch that wound up and understand that, yes, you are worthy. And then you have to start working on that. It's a very long process. It can take a lifetime. It can take a lifetime. The Four of Blades. I think talk to somebody. I feel like saying talk to somebody. It could be a professional even. Maybe talk to a professional about your sort of emotional state. That's what I want to say. I do want to say that. Talk to a professional about it. You know, set your stall, be honest. Just pour out the feelings that you've got about yourself. I mean, it's okay opening up and saying things, but if you're not willing to change those things, nothing's going to change around you in your life. Some of us say, yeah, I know I'm like this, I know. But then we do nothing about it. you've got to do the work, the self-work. You've got to actually do the work and think, right, I'm not going to do this anymore. You know, and it's about the feelings. It's not just about the words, it's about the feelings. It's about changing that feeling and what, you know, what makes you feel that way. Death card. It's a rebirth. You need a rebirth of who you are. You need a rebirth of who you are, Gemini. And I do feel that some of you are getting a rebirth quite soon. Maybe some things are going to change in your life, and it's going to change who you are. It's going to change who you are. There are going to be some very, very, you know, big things, big changes coming in your life. Things that you probably can't see yet, actually. Okay, spontaneous. You've been asked to be spontaneous. You're being asked to, you know, go with the flow of life as well. Don't just plan everything out. Go with the flow of life a bit. And if you don't feel like doing something, don't do it. And if you do, do. Just go hour by hour. Don't plan everything. What else for Gemini? We've got open-minded. So that's a bit like being spontaneous. Be open-minded. Be open-minded about where your life's going next. Be open-minded about what you want to do next. Be open-minded about what you want in your life or who you want in your life next. It's just don't have a plan in mind if you haven't. I mean, have certain goals and plans if you've got them, if you've got interests and things, but don't have a set plan, because I think life's going to throw you some curveballs. I think life's going to throw you some curveballs, but they could be good ones, not bad ones. And then it will all make sense. That's what I get with Gemini. In fact, I don't want to use these now. I want to use the vibe cards. What else have we got for Gemini? I think there are some curveballs coming, but it could be good for you. It'll make you, it will help you to grow as a person. It will help you to grow. Chaos. Oh my God, what did I say? Upheaval, disaster, downfall. Now, I know I said it won't be bad stuff. Now, it might not be bad stuff. It might be disguised as bad stuff for some of you. But for some of you, it might just be huge change, okay? So don't be too frightened by that card, because it doesn't necessarily mean it will be like disasters. It means it will just be, whoa, I didn't see that coming. Wow, I've got to like move on, or I've got to do this, or oh God, that means a big life change. Didn't see that. But it will help you to sort of readjust and become something else from, it'll help you to move on from who you are now. So there is some big stuff coming for some of you. Some of you might be, I don't know, some of you might be sent somewhere that you didn't expect to be going today. Good vibes now in the moment. So you're being asked to live in the moment today, because when change occurs, it will send you off a bit. Okay, so live in the moment. Live in the moment. Live for today. Do what, you know, live hour by hour. And if chaos does occur and bad things do happen, or good things, or big changes that you didn't expect, then just breathe and live minute by minute, hour by hour. That's the only way to get through things like that. So I'm not predicting these things. I'm just saying if they happen, okay? It suggests that you may have some unexpected things in your life. I want one more card for Gemini. One more card for Gemini. I want to tell you how I feel. So there may be somebody coming in from the past who wants to tell you how they feel. It's up to you whether you want to speak to them or not. If it's somebody that's going to make you feel weak and that's not good for you, I'd say don't. If it's somebody that you want to speak to because you want to put something right from the past, then do. Okay, I'll leave that up to you. A lot going on, Gemini, actually. A lot's come out this time. So you've got good things coming financially and materially, but you have got some big changes coming as well. And just put those emotional baggage things to rest. Work on your inner strength and confidence and resilience. All right, Gemini, lots to think about. Take care.